And now, the general weather around Alaska.
We will begin again with the fire weather update here and the outlook for Sunday. For the upper Tanana Valley, that will be the area that will have the finest, driest fine fuels like grass and such, as the rest of the state remains moderated by showers, in other words wetter, due to showers with lower fire dangers. Temperatures west of a front will fall into the upper 50s. The eastern interior still has some 70s, although they're going to be few and far between, especially for Monday. And then wetting rains will be heaviest in the central regions of Alaska. Wetting rain, of course, is anything 1/10 of an inch or more, with a soaking rain being 1/2 an inch or more in 24 hours. And a ridge passes through, for the outlook, a ridge passes through early next week, allowing temperatures to get back into the 70s in the eastern interior. Then the pattern of rain coming in from the west repeats itself later on. And looking at the fire danger forecast for tomorrow for spruce, not much, a lot of blue here on the chart, and just a little band there on the lee side of the eastern Alaska range, or I should say the north side, where there is high and just some possibly very high fire danger, and that's about it on this graphic for spruce. And for the satellite imagery, band of moisture over the southern southeast coast, several bands here, kind of, you can see kind of some wave action going through along a frontal boundary there. But that brought rain to the entire southeast coast today, up into the North Gulf Coast, with areas of light rain and showers, much lighter rain and showers here over south central Alaska than what was seen down over the Panhandle. Today, amounts over the southern southeast coast anywhere from 1 to 2 inches falling, with lighter amounts, but still pretty wet onto the north there. And another cloudy area here in the Gulf of Alaska. Got this system here over the Seward Peninsula, bringing some areas of rain with the cloud shield and the circulation around that with it. Otherwise, not too bad over Bristol Bay. And out to the west, some clouds pushing in with a system out there bringing some rain into the western and central Aleutians. Forecast for tonight, that front will push eastward here, bringing some gusty winds with it in toward Amchitka Island, but the rain holding off to Adak until tomorrow. High pressure to the east, light winds, and dry conditions for the eastern central Bering Sea. Showers with this trough over the Yukon-Kuskokwim Delta areas, with showers extending up to the western Arctic coast, and a more heavier general area of showers and rain here from the north slope right on down along this trough axis into the central interior Alaska range and the Kuskokwim Valley, with dry conditions, some clearing for Kodiak Island, Bristol Bay looking good, and the Copper River Basin not too bad as well as the eastern or southeastern Brooks Range locations. This low keeps it wet tonight, but rainfall amounts should be lighter over the southern areas than what you saw today. In fact, they should be lighter across the entire area than what was seen in the last 12 to 24 hours, although it'll continue to be a wet overnight period there. And then for Sunday, this system creeps up to the northeast here with the warm front range spreading out ahead of that. Showers mainly now over the northern southeast coast with drier conditions with some sun breaks down to the south. Scattered showers with mostly cloudy skies to the North Gulf Coast, Copper River Basin mostly cloudy with showers. Afternoon showers develop over northern Cook Inlet, Chugach Mountain areas into the Susitna Valley, and the central and eastern interior tomorrow looking on the showery, cloudy, cool side. Could be some mostly sunny skies for the north slope and out here to the west as well. Even a better chance of that over the Bristol Bay area and Kodiak Island. And look for possible sunshine here for the eastern Aleutians with light winds. This system bringing gusty winds and rain now edging into Adak and Atka, but staying west of the Pribilof Islands. And then for the day on Monday, that low kind of tracks off to the east-northeast here from this position to about that position in 24 hours. And the front bringing possible gale force winds here to the southwest coast with windy, wet conditions all the way up across Kotzebue Sound and the northwest coast, with rain for the western Arctic coast. And this front trails back down into another system here, moving more rain and gusty winds into the central Aleutians. Winds on the increase along with precipitation Late afternoon for the eastern Aleutians. Partly sunny skies here with light winds for Bristol Bay, Alaska Peninsula, Kodiak Island. High pressure now shifting into the interior. Mostly sunny skies with light winds all the way from just south of the Brooks Range here, right on down into the Gulf of Alaska. A weak trough keeps a chance of showers in over the eastern Copper River Basin. Again, like the Wrangels up to the eastern Alaska Range, but nothing too serious. And scattered showers now, drier conditions for the Panhandle, but still looking at partly mostly cloudy skies, and still some shower activity around as this system just kind of washes out here down to the south. And then due to this system coming in with those gusty southwest winds, possible gale force southwesterlies or southerlies, there is still a a high surf advisory out for the Yukon Delta coast, eastern Norton Sound, south coast of the Seward Peninsula there out toward the Bering Strait. For high surf resulting in possible minor beach erosion as that system comes in. And then we'll see on Tuesday that moves in, the winds become more south-southeasterly here, and that condition should improve there, but very wet and breezy conditions here for the Alaska Peninsula into Kodiak Island, northward across all the western interior to the western Arctic coast. Central interior, variably cloudy skies, some sun breaks from Kenai Peninsula right on up to the north slope. Farther to the east, mostly clear here from the Kaktovik Barter Island area down across the Arctic Village into the Yukon Flats. Copper River Basin should see total sunshine for the day Tuesday. And all the showers now seem to be over into the British Columbia area, leaving the southeast coast with light winds and increasing sunshine, although still a risk of a shower or two, maybe around misty fjords, and that's about it. May not see anything at all. So moving on to the lows for tonight, in the 30s to the north slope in the Arctic coast, 40s and 50s elsewhere in the interior. Mostly in the lower to mid 40s out here to the west, some cooler air. Mid 40s for the Pribilofs, mid to upper 40s for the Aleutians, and mostly in the 50s or in the 50s for the southeast coast. Highs in the 60s for the Panhandle, upper 60s down across Prince of Wales Island, and upper 60s over the eastern interior as well. Otherwise in the 50s here for the remainder of interior Alaska, and mostly in the 40s from the Brooks Range out to the Arctic coast, and the usual 50s for the Bering Sea and the Aleutians. And then lows, again, 40s here over much of the state from the Aleutians right into the interior. A little cooler now, dropping into the lower 40s of the Kuskokwim Valley here, northward there into the Kobuk-Koyukuk Valley areas, of some upper 30s possible, say around Healy, Denali Park. And more of that type of 30-degree weather for the north slope and the Arctic coast. Stays mild by comparison for the southeast coast with lows in the mid to upper 50s. And then highs, 65 to 70 for the southern Panhandle. Again, more sunshine, well into the 60s for the remainder of the southeast coast. And 60s here, south central Alaska, actually right into the interior. And 40s, lower 50s for the north slope, and again in the 50s there out over the Bering Sea.